Hi, it's Lynn with Healing and Balance, and we're going to be looking at a way to work on wrist circles. Now, usually when we circle the hand at the wrist, watch my forearm, we move the forearm around. I've got my finger on the ulna bone, and you can see the radius moving to either side of it, right? So how can we work on moving at the wrist without moving at the elbow? And it takes some time. And initially your circles might be really small because you're not used to moving there. So we're going to take a block or something that you can rest your forearm on. I'm going to place the back of my arm on here, and that's because it gives me a good visual. I can see tendons, I can see the inner wrist. It's a little easier to watch than the side, I find, and a little more surface area. So I have the back of my forearm on here. My hand is off of it, just a loose fist. So this is for some feedback and to try and give myself a base to rest on. Then I'm going to take my other hand and stabilize it. So I'm actually going to hold my hand on my forearm, trying to keep my forearm still. And then I'm going to start to make these circles. And I hope that as I make these circles, I don't see my forearm doing this and I'm not feeling a lot of added pressure against my hand. Let's go the other way. So my hand is holding it still. You notice these are not huge circles. Okay, now we're going to remove the stabilization of the hand. So now you have to use your eyes and you can see the tendons, the creases, whatever's inside your arm. I get to look at a tattoo, and I'm going to try and make that same circle. I have to go slower. I have to go a little smaller, and I'm going to try and go the other way. And I'm making sure, again, that I'm not rolling on and off the block. So I've gone both directions a few times. Now I'm going to try and just do it in the air. So all I have is the visual and the memory of something holding my arm still. And I'm going to try, and it might be even smaller, and we're going to go the other way. Let's do the other side. Again, the back of my forearm is on the block. My hand is on my forearm, anchoring it down. I make a loose fist, and I'm just going to start to slowly circle. Now, this side's harder for me than the other side. I can't go as big without more movement. Go the other way. Yeah, it's really hard not to roll my arm. And then I'm going to try it without the stabilization of my hand. I just have the block there. And then I'm going to do the other way. And then I'm going to get rid of the block entirely. My arm is in space, and I have to use my eyes, watch this, see if I can make a circle with my forearm staying still. Just for reference, try letting your arms move. See how different that is. The movement's all the way up to my elbow. Now, backs of the hands to the floor, and let's try both sides and go the other way. That's it. That's working with wrist circles and really trying to stabilize that forearm so you're only moving at the wrist instead of all the way up to the elbow. Give it a try. See what happens. Go.